What up, weebs and weeblets? I'm Zack.
And I'm Shawn.
And welcome to Two Lowkey Weebs. And today we are going to Takopi. About Takopi. I know, it was bad.
And his original sin.
And his original sin. So we've got all the trigger warnings. There's no sexual trigger warnings. No sex crimes.
Hell yeah, that's about the only thing that the show didn't have.
That's right. It's terrible. It's really good. So we're going to talk about the series. Spoiler warnings ahead, and let's just dive deep into some trauma. So Takopi's Original Sin is a series that... okay, so it
certainly doesn't overstay its welcome.
No, no, it doesn't. It's only 6 episodes, which is a huge boon, honestly. I feel like it was the perfect amount of time. And when I was first watching it, I was like, what are they going to do to stretch this out?
This is like 20 episodes. I might tap out.
Well, and I feel like the hoops they'd be jumping through, it would. I feel like it would get dull.
Yeah.
And it didn't. So it's added to our list of 6-episode kings, right up there with FLCL, and the quality's there. I really love the series, start to finish.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd call it a masterpiece, but if it's not, it's close.
I love it, but I don't think I'll ever watch it again voluntarily.
I might, honestly, because I kind of I watched...
Just want to watch it all through in one
go. I watched 3 episodes today, the last 3, and it just holds up, but it's a hard watch. So Takopi follows a little pink alien from the planet Happiness.
Yep.
They end up naming him Takopi. I don't remember what his original name is, but it doesn't really. They mention it once. So Takopi.
It's not important.
Takopi lands on our planet, meets a girl named Shizuka. And Shizuka is clearly having a bad time and gives Takopi a piece of bread. And we hear about that bread for the rest of the series. Because apparently that's all it takes.
That's all it takes to win friends, people. Food.
Just feed somebody and they'll come back forever. And so we quickly find out okay, so the series follows Takopi just trying to make Shizuka happy. He just wants to make they.
I guess.
Sure, I don't know. Takopi just wants to make Shizuka happy, and it's hard. Shizuka's been put through the ringer most of her life, or at least most of her recent life. It follows 4th graders, and there's so much abuse.
It's rough.
Every one of our main characters' home life is just brutal in their own different ways.
Yes.
But Shizuka's definitely, I'd say, got it the hardest when we first start because of her bully. Her bully, Marina.
Yep.
And
Little blonde
girl. It looks super cute, but is an actual demon.
Yeah.
Not an actual demon. This is very, aside of the pink alien and magic powers, it's too grounded of a series.
Very much so.
So yeah, it was a hard watch. I enjoyed it from the start. One of the best selling points for me is how hard they sell you on people's personal state. Because it's just, I feel like something that I thought of while watching today is kind of like the concept with Robin Williams, and when people are it's always the happiest people.
Yeah.
And they do a really good job of showing people's internal conflict and then bringing the whole setting in around them, and everything looks fine. And it's just no one can tell what's going on or the deeper aspects of things.
Well, to be fair, Shizuka doesn't look fine.
No, that's fine. I'm more thinking of Azuma.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because I watched the Azuma episode.
We will get to Azuma.
We will, but just how well the series does people's personal states, because it's just and I found especially Azuma really relatable, because when you're in that situation and you're you're not alone, but you feel alone and you force yourself to be alone. And they did such a good job of visibly showing how alone he feels, and that he has to fix everything, and that there's no one there, no one understands him. When they pull you back and you can see that's not the case, even though his mom's shit. Every parent in this is shit.
Every parent is awful.
But it really does a good job of visualizing people's internal conflict while still showing that the world around them is just normal, or showing the lack of conflict with Takopi, because it's just we will have a conversation where someone is just before Shizuka hangs herself.
Yes.
Takopi's just fluffy, happy, go lucky, and doesn't even know what's going on.
Everything's fine.
And that contrast of showing people's inner turmoil in the outer world, I think is one of the biggest sells for me in this series. And just the contrast between Takopi and everyone else, and Takopi's inability to understand what's happening around him.
Anything negative.
And the implications of everything that happens. So when the series first starts out, Takopi meets Shizuka. She is being badly bullied. And it's something that just, like, the first episode really blew me away because how quickly it escalates.
Oh, 0 to 100. Really super fast.
Yeah. And so Takopi, it's the series throughout is just Takopi trying to understand our world. And even by the end, he doesn't fully get it.
He doesn't.
And him just trying to fix problems in a way that is very surface level. Like when you have cycles of abuse or bullying, he's just like, oh, well, if I make it so she gets this test answer right, she won't be bullied anymore.
Right.
Or like, I need to fix these things. But that doesn't happen in the first episode. In the first episode, he meets Shizuka, goes to her home, sees her home life, and then makes assumptions based on things like that. And that again, is part of the charm of it, is Takopi making assumptions. Like in a later episode, we'll talk about it later. But Takopi making assumptions, like a girl is being beat by her mom, and Takopi's like, oh, you beat me because you want to be a good mom like your mom.
Right. Yes.
He's like, she beats you and loves you. You beat me, you love me, right?
Yes.
And so like
transitive property of abuse.
Yeah. So
oh my God.
and just how Takopi like kind of takes in the world around him is just really, it's got a charm to it, and it really does just clash with the. I was gonna say viscosity, but it's not viscosity.
That's not the right word.
Virility.
No, also, no.
Virility is like having babies, isn't it?
I mean, it's definitely part of it.
The violence. There's a V word I'm looking for that. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Don't try. It just makes
okay.
you look.
Yeah, no, it makes me look as dumb as I am.
You were sounding almost smart this whole way through. Almost.
Okay, but so the first episode is pretty much just you dangling you in front of it. You're like, oh, this is going to be a cute show. The opening makes it look like everyone's going to be friend. Cute slice of life. And then by the end, you find out that Shizuka's everything. And she has nothing except for her dog Chappie. Her mom is a prostitute, which that's fine. But she's never home. She doesn't care about her daughter.
Right.
And that is the cause of her turmoil because her bully, Marina, her dad is leaving her mom for Shizuka's mom, or he's spending all of his money on her.
Yeah, I think that's the bigger thing.
And Marina blames Shizuka.
And she just wants her dad back.
And she just wants her dad back, so she just violently assaults Shizuka. And that comes to a boil when, you find out Choppy. She's like, as long as I have Choppy, I'm okay. And then she shows up to Takopi with Choppy's leash in hand.
Yep.
And Takopi's like, oh, did you and Marina fight? And she's like, yeah, something like that. And then he's like, well, I have this ribbon that stretches for infinity that you can use. If you each tie it around your finger, you'll be friends forever. And she's like, can I borrow it? Takopi's like, no, I can't.
A little bit of context. Takopi comes armed with happy gadgets.
Yes, the happy. And they do all sorts of things. Like they can make you fly. Yes. Or there's... And this is a big player in it later. You could take a picture and you can time travel back to when that picture was taken. But so this happy gadget, if you wrap it around each person's fingers, they're bound to be friends again. So he's like, okay, I'll give this to you. I should be with you.
But I trust you.
And then so she leaves, it gets dark and he wanders to her house. And this is when you're like, okay, this show's serious. Because when he walks in, she's just hanging from the ceiling.
Yep. Now, Takopi understands death as a thing.
He does.
Is a thing
that is the one thing he
planet.
gets. He's like, death is universal. I get that. And I need to fix this. So he travels back in time.
Because they had taken a picture together. No, he took a picture of her sitting on the pipe.
Both of them, wasn't it?
Both of them? I think it was both of them. Doesn't matter. Anyways, he had taken a picture and he said, I can solve this. Yeah, I know I can fix it this time. And goes back in time. Starts the loop again, baby.
And start playing the... Every time I hear goes back in time, the Men in Black 3 theme song plays in my head.
Was
Mr. Worldwide?
Pitbull.
It was Pitbull. So, and that's the end of our first episode.
What a wild first episode.
It was, and it's pretty much, I went into this show thinking like, okay, this looks like it's going to be sad, and then it told me to sit the fuck down. It's like, okay, I wasn't ready for this.
Yeah, somehow it gets worse.
But then I was hooked. So episode 2 is where the surface level stuff comes in. It's Takopi like trying to fix things with surface level help, with his gadgets. and it's to no avail. Again,
loops again and again and again,
and every time it just doesn't work out.
Yeah.
We get some hints of Marina's home life in there, and the show does a very good job of humanizing people. Yeah. Like, even I feel like the parents, they humanize them. They're fuck awful parents. They are the villain of the series, just period. All of the parents are just shit. They're trash. But it's not like... I feel like, especially with Marina, they'll do a thing where it's just like, this character is almost comically evil. But then they do a good job of like bringing you back to just being like, this is just a human who is lashing out in the wrong way, in the wrong direction, at the wrong people. But like,
she's also a child
who's horribly abused. Yeah. And then that's just like, it's just kids lashing out because of these terrible parents who are dealing with their own shit in a terrible way via their kids. And, but it is nice that like, every time, like with Marina, where you're just like, dude, I hate this kid.
Yes.
They still do a good job of humanizing her and what she's going through. And they do a really good job of like making you want to hate a child, you know? And it's just like, really I do hate this child.
Impressive.
It is. And I loved it because it had me struggling because I get really pulled into shows like this. Yes, I get pulled into the characters and like I feel guilty hating a child. Like I'm just like, dude, no, dude, fuck her up. And I'm like, wait, that's not okay. But that's like never okay. But like also,
you felt guilt. I did not. By the end of the second episode, I was like, yes,
get it. Because by the end of the second episode, Takopi kills Marina.
Yeah.
In self-defense, like she is about to
defense of Shizuka.
She's about to kill Shizuka, and Takopi jumps out. And like something I really loved about this series in the first episode, Shizuka, when she sees the happy camera that rewinds time, she's like, this is oddly heavy.
Yeah.
And it is heavy. Heavy enough to smash a fourth grader's head in.
Chekhov's camera, if you will.
It was so good. And so Takopi kills Marina with the camera.
Just bludgeons her to death.
And that is, Shizuka is just elated. She gets the big smile that Takopi always wanted. Takopi's kind of like coming to grips with what's happened.
And Shizuka's like, magic does exist.
She literally says magic does exist. And what happened in some of these loops is it does turn out no matter what, Marina is trying to get Chappie taken away.
Yes.
So Chappie bit Marina and was taken away. Yes. Us, the watchers, it's pretty safe to assume that Chappie's been put down. But her mom told her that went to live with his dad. And so she, after this happens, can't get her shit together because she lost all that was left with.
That was the only thing tethering her to Earth.
Yes. And so she has just given up on life. And this is the first time that that's changed. Yep. She's like, if magic does exist, then we can go save Chappie.
Yeah.
Chappie. We can go save Chappie.
And
go. So like, we're like, hey, he's like, I did the thing. I did good. Next episode, as they're leaving, Azuma, the boy who kind of has a crush on Shizuka, sees them, and they kind of tell him what's going on. Or does he see the body?
I think he sees the body.
He sees the body, but then with hearts in his eyes,
because he's
simp. Like he is. He's decided that he's going to help Shizuka, and. So one of Chappie's gadgets is you can maintain something in stasis.
Yeah, it's a container.
So they put her in that, dig up a hole, bury her. And then one of Chappie's other things is that he can transform into someone.
You mean Takopi's?
What did I say?
You said Chappie.
Oh, Jesus.
I'd be down for an anime about a dog that can transform too, but like this is
not that.
No.
So Takopi, if he has someone's DNA, he can eat it or put it in a thing, and he can turn into them, which he does earlier in the series, and I glazed over this somehow. Where he turns into Shizuka to go and face Marina because Shizuka was too scared. And Marina fucks him up. Like, just beats the living shit out of him and then stabs him in the eye. Yeah, with a pen. And that is where Takopi starts kind of learning how bad the situation is, to the point that, like, he is too afraid to help Shizuka at one point. And that fear is kind of what pushes Takopi to attacking
with the camera.
Yeah, because, like, Takopi has already been too scared once and, like, talks himself into attacking to protect.
Yes.
But so they're like, okay, I guess we're going to cover this up. So Takopi turned into Marina.
Haha, problem solved.
Where we get a better look at Marina's home life, which is
terrible friggin' life.
Her parents are the worst. Like, Shizuka's mom isn't there and parents aren't there. But, like, Marina's parents just suck right in front of her.
like I'd rather have absent parents than...
Like, genuinely. Because, like, the dad and mom are always fighting, and they're always trying to turn Marina against each other. And when Takopi as Marina, Takarina is what I'm going to call her. When Takarina, like, says, oh, I would love to live with... Because the conversation of living with the dad comes up. Yeah. She's like, I'd love to live with my dad because... thinking that'll get her closer to Chappie because Takopi just thinks that if one dad lives in Tokyo, all dads live in Tokyo.
All dads live in Tokyo.
And so the mom beats the shit out of her, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Because she's like, I thought you were on my side. You're my sweet little girl.
What happened to my sweet little girl?
Yeah, and that scene is so good.
It's rough.
There is an...
I'm going to say that a lot.
There's a lot of rough scenes because Takopi is pretending to be Takarina, and I think it's after that specific scene, the mom breaks down, and again, this is where you're humanizing monsters, and because again, I do not stand by the parents at all. They're all fuck awful. But it's hard to see the mom who, as she's breaking down, is like, "You're not my daughter." Yeah. Like everyone recognizes the differences because Takopi's insufferable.
Also, it has a very particular speech pattern where it ends every sentence or phrase with P.
Yeah, and the mom beats him for that too.
Yes.
God damn.
Right? I mean, that's understandable.
that one was valid. But so the mom just kind of starts breaking down. She's like, "You're not acting like my daughter. I
Give
know
me my daughter back.
I know I've been terrible. Give me my daughter back. Give me my daughter back." And that's like Takopi kind of comes to the realization of like the actual damage he's done, that she has taken a member of someone's family and the full impact of that. And as Takopi's kind of taken all that in and wants to talk about it to everyone. We are at the point that Shizuka's become more of an antagonist.
Yes.
Because all Shizuka cares about now is Chappie.
Yep. Doesn't care about anything else.
Doesn't care about anyone around her, just about using them to get her means. It's been a full tone shift for her from being this...
plucky underdog
to just being...
Not even plucky. Just
almost villainous. Yeah. Because like we see later, she's just ready to kill.
Yeah, at one point I thought she was the actual villain, and I just understood.
They were just doing that full shift, and I could have seen that. And it's very well done how they do it and how that shift happens. It's just like she's gotten a taste of it. Like oh, I can just fix my problems.
Yeah, I can fix my problems through violence.
But so the next day is when we find out that, and throughout this, they've done little... To go with the tone of the series, is they keep jumping back and forth from this super dark stuff to like the three kids, and this would be the three implicated in the murder. So Shizuka, Azuma, and Takopi, like you just have what's the thing when you put music over people doing stuff?
A montage?
Yeah, you've got like montages of them just kind of playing and having fun. And so you just keep having these tone shifts of like, oh, life seems perfect. Oh, wait, we murdered someone.
Yes.
And all of that just plays so well to just show the difference in how they're viewing things, where Shizuka is, because she's just like, hey, we're having a fun time, we're playing, and we're going to go see the dog, that's all I care about. And she feels no guilt.
No,
she is,
not at all.
She is happy. And I don't even know that, like, in her case, that I'm like, blaming her.
Right.
You know, and I think that's the big...
she's never had, like, a problem removed from her life.
Right. Well, and it's just constantly been stacked on her. And that's, again, I don't blame any of the kids necessarily.
No. They might be shitty little kids, but like,
they needed proper outlets.
And
that's just it. These are actions of victims. They need to be held accountable. But it's just like, to be like, yes, she is a monster... It's hard to say. She is a broken person.
Yes. Yeah. We don't know if she would have always been like this. Or
no, we do know she wouldn't always be like this because later on there's more info. Okay, so episode 4. Episode 4 heavily focuses on Azuma. I found it incredibly relatable. I watched it just this morning.
Which is wild because neither him nor his brother are academically
I am too. I had 3.8 in HVAC school, which isn't saying much because it's like, oh, at the top of my community college, guys. Like, okay, way to go, big fella. But no, I find him relatable in the way that I found this episode relatable because of the thing of the notion of feeling alone and feeling like you just
surrounded by people who don't get you.
Yeah, and like even though there are people there, because like I am familiar, I've been acquainted with the mental illness, and so like having dealt with some of these, I just felt like in some of the cases of how he felt, and then especially when you stagger that with he's already got a lot going on.
Yes.
And then he gets his hard eyes, and you know, he sees a cute girl, and then all of a sudden he's like, I can do all the things, I can fix everybody's problems, because I'm a fixer, and it's insufferable. You know, like someone just wants to vent, like I'm sure everybody has that friend that like, hey, I just want to vent to you. And it took me decades to figure out, like, sometimes people just want to vent. They don't want advice, they don't want help, they don't want anything. I've gotten in the habit now, if you're a fixer, ask people first. Like I do that with Shawn, where I'm like, hey bro, you venting or you want insight? Because if you're venting, you're valid. Like I'm here to listen. But if you want insight, I have that too. And you know, I do that with most people when they vent to me. But like, wow, I just went off. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's good to learn things about people.
Yes, it is. But so, Azuma.
Also a bad home life. But not...
Also a bad home life, but in a different way.
Yes.
He's got family pressure. And so it's less his home life that I related to and more just how he's feeling in that emotional state of feeling alone even though he's not.
And then never good enough.
And then never good enough. Because I feel like it's a pretty relatable thing for many people. Yes. So the whole episode's really focused on him, the hard eyes, being able to fix things. That's where I was going. Okay, so yeah. But so he just keeps going from how he can never live up to anything, how he's worthless, even though he's a great student. He's just not his brother, and he's always compared to his brother, who always gets 100%, but he only gets 95s. But so he keeps bouncing back from not being good enough to I can fix everything because I have to fix everything because this girl is everything. And like I was that guy too, where I was just like the second year I had a crush or whatever, I could fix it. I could fix everything. Also, insufferable. We grow, but it's just I can look back and I can see a lot of relatable things in this episode, and I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the art for it too. Like when they are in turmoil, the line work, like everything about every frame in this does so much to sell you on the emotion people are feeling. Yeah, it's excellent.
And like just like the scene, because Azuma just wants to get 100% and to get pancakes.
All he wants is pancakes.
All he wants is pancakes.
And they make these ass pancakes look so good.
Through Azuma's eyes, yes, they look fantastic. And
they do a good job of showing that. Like they're showing the smell waves of the pancakes, and they're rainbow colored. And just again, the whole episode is so well directed. It's so well framed. Each shot tells you the story of what's going on, and I don't think there's a single shot in the series that doesn't add to the tone of the scene or like what's going on. Right. I really like I think the best thing about this series is how it's shot and what they're doing with the visual medium to tie into the emotions people are feeling.
And that's the benefit of it being a shorter series, is that like if this was drawn out for 12, 15 episodes, you'd have a lot of dead air.
you would, and I just don't think it'd have the same impact. So episode 4 is just him kind of like coming to terms with it, and then by the end of it, Shizuka asks him to turn himself in, and
for a crime he didn't commit.
And of course he did it because
he's a simp.
He turned himself in because he is in it to win it, because he feels alone. She feels alone. She says he's the only person there for him, and she's the only person he has, and she'll wait for him to get out of juvie. And he's like, yeah, I'm in. And it was the end of the episode was hard because it was just, he finally got like acceptance from his brother at the end, because he's like trying to leave. And he has, because of his mom being the villain she is, she has weaponized his brother against him. In his eyes, his brother is a villain. When his brothers approach throughout the series, his brother has been like, "Hey, are you okay? Hey, what can I do for you?" And,
he wants to be a good brother. He is
a good brother, and he keeps opening the door. But like, Azuma just doesn't see that, and he just sees his brother as the villain. Even as he's going to turn himself in, his brother's approaching him, and in his mind's eye, his brother comes up very forcefully and is like, "You're gonna ruin my chances for this. You're gonna ruin this," and that's in his mind's eye that like his brother sees him as this. Ruiner, as a hindrance to his life. And his brother, like when he does get to him, puts a gentle hand on him or a playful hand or, does a hair tussle. And his brother's just like, I'm here. Like, I don't care about your grades. I don't care what mom says. Her pancakes suck. He's like, I'm your brother. I don't care about any of this. I care about you. And so he does end up turning himself in. But they kind of just show that in like shots of people talking about his mom's clinic closing and stuff.
Yeah.
But like that scene with the brother really, it was just really good. And to see him finally have some hope and him coming to the realization that he's not alone.
Yes.
In the colors they used for it. Like just him putting his hand on his head was like when All Might uses All For One. Like for real though.
Yeah.
It was just excellent. Like that whole episode, I think that was one of my favorite episodes of an astounding series. I just think every note they hit perfectly.
Yeah.
And then so episode 5 is when we find out about the name of it, Takopi's original sin, which they don't actually say what it is, but I think the implication is that he failed to make somebody happy.
Yeah,
and let someone die. I don't know if that counts. I don't.
I'm not sure if he let someone die, but someone definitely did die because of it. 2
people.
Yes, correct.
So we find out that actually he went back in time. Pitbull. He went back in time to kill Shizuka because
his original target to make happy was Marina.
We find out that he met Marina when she's in high school, and Marina hasn't had a great life either. I mean, things fell apart with her mom and her dad, and she's got scars on her face now from glass from her mom. Her mom makes her buy booze for her and even threatens her with a broken bottle. And like, I think the implication here is that she's talked about the glass causing scars, but her mom holds a broken glass bottle up to her face, insinuating that she's going to cut her with it again.
Yes.
But like, I don't know if it's a translation thing, but like the implication of, she says, I hate the glass bottle, that there is just it's not like she just cuts her with glass. She has a broken bottle specifically for that. And something about that just hits harder.
I hadn't considered that because it's been a couple weeks, because I was watching these as they came out. So the recency isn't there for me.
Yeah. It is for me.
But I had not considered that in the moment there is like some parents
have a paddle hanging.
Yes, a paddle or a belt or...
Yeah, but like she's got a bottle. It's just a broken ass, dirty ass bottle. Like, I don't know. That was really harsh. So Marina's home life hasn't gotten better. And in this, like, we're seeing the future where Takopi never came to the past.
Yeah.
And so in this future, Shizuka, everything kind of happened the same way. Chappie did get taken away, and then Shizuka tried to kill herself, but the rope broke. And so she was transferred away, and she has just moved back. And so in this timeline, Marina's mom's a piece of shit, more so now than ever. And she wants, I guess, she wants Marina to have a boyfriend, essentially. Yeah. Her marriage has failed, so she wants to live vicariously. And so she starts hitting it off with Azuma. Mm-hmm. And then everything's going well with her mom. Her mom's like, oh, I want to meet Azuma. She's got her life together.
Yeah, she's happy.
And so when they're about to meet, it turns out Azuma sees Shizuka, and then they hit it off. So he bails. They're about to date. So Chappie goes to get Azuma. While he's gone, Marina's mom tries to stab her, and then Marina kills her. Takopi comes back and is like, oh no, I am going to make Marina happy. Yes. So I'm going to go back into the 4th grade because Marina like offhandedly says I should have killed her in the 4th grade.
Yes.
So Takopi's like, all right, let's go kill a bitch. And he goes back to his home planet where they erase his memories for some reason.
There's a big clock that just rewinds, I think, time.
They do have a time clock rewinder, but they said they were going to banish him.
Yes.
For not making people happy. See, that's where leave us a comment. I'm not good at reading, and that includes just reading better into a narrative. I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. So like I would love to hear other people's insights because I just finished this. I haven't done any reading on it. We are just going like with and my gut reaction.
I guarantee that I'm forgetting something.
Yeah. Because you're not any more worthwhile than me. You're smarter, absolutely but you have as much value.
Yes, I'm trash.
But yeah, so the mother or whatever of the Takopi of that planet, he goes back to the home planet and then rewinds time to the 4th grade from high school and shows up to kill Shizuka, but has had his memory erased.
Yeah.
And so at the end of episode 4, 3, 5, at the end of, no, at one point in this episode, I just watched this. At one point in this episode, Takopi and Shizuka, now that Azuma's taken the fall, they go to Tokyo.
Yes.
And when they get to Tokyo, it's like one of the coldest moments in the show, even like outside of all the death and stuff. She shows up to get Chappie.
Shows up to her dad's apartment.
And her dad's there. He's got a new family. And, like, she's like, hey, I'm here to see Chappie. Hi, Dad. And, like, so his other daughter shows up and says, like,
yeah, like,
why is this girl calling you Dad? And the dad, like they show a much more detailed shot of Shizuka. And you can just see all of the pore on her. Yeah. And he's just like,
you can see
I don't know why she's calling me Dad. And it's just like, that's so fucking cold. Like, all of the parents in this are the worst people on Earth.
I'm not going to lie. Like, there was, like, a whole Shizuka villain arc, and I thought right then she was going to, like, somehow just, like, come back and burn the apartment building down.
Well, she talks, so, like, and then this is, like, when she gets real dark, because Takopi is like, why don't we just go home? I'm sorry Choppy's not here. I'm sorry I failed you. And Shizuka's like, no, those kids had to have eaten Choppy. I need one of your magic tools that will let me rip them open so I can see Choppy and save him from their stomachs. And Takopi's like, oh, there, bro. And she's like, so you're against me then? And then starts just beating Choppy, or hits Choppy with a rock. And then that spurs Takopi's memory.
Right, because she's beating him with the rock over and over again. She gets the crazy eyes, and that's what triggers his memory.
Yes, and so now he remembers why he actually came back. And this is actually about a little pink Terminator. He came back in time to kill Shizuka.
Shot-for-shot remake of Terminator with Takopi.
Pretty close. Oh, I would watch the shit out of that.
Voiced by Arnold still.
Oh, I would watch the ever-loving shit out of that. But yeah, so we find out that that's why he went back in time. His memory was erased, and bread is really important. He now loves Shizuka as well. So this whole episode kind of sums up all of what happened there. And then at the end, or at the end of the beginning of the next episode, Takopi's kind of come to realizations left and right. Shizuka comes back from Tokyo. She kidnapped those 2 girls, but they ended up getting returned, and she didn't kill them. So Shizuka's talking some crazy shit. She's just like, well, we need to go then to the animal shelter.
Yes.
And we need to cut them open.
Yes.
And then
he's just determined
to find Choppy. And she starts, and Takopi's like, Shizuka, please start being nice. Please, this is not nice. This is not okay. And she starts beating the crap out of Takopi, and then Takopi holds her hand and says, "This is the Takopi friendship handhold or something."
Yeah, he's like full on grips her with multiple tentacles.
This is episode 4 is my favorite episode.
Yeah.
This is my favorite part of the series because it is very cathartic. So it's Shizuka beating the crap out of Takopi, and that is the catharsis. But no, it's her, like, Takopi's like, I'm sorry I can't help you. And then it's her complaint, like just weeping and beating the shit out of Takopi, saying, like, why are things like this? Why won't you fix this? Why can't this be fixed? Why am I alone? I'm a kid and I'm alone. Why am I alone? Why does this stuff keep happening? And it's just, she
finally has an emotional release that's reasonable.
And that's why it's so cathartic, because the whole series, she's just broken.
Yeah.
She's dead. Like, she's dead inside. She has no reaction. And this is the first time we actually see her coping with anything in her life. And it just feels real. It hits real. And I really love this scene because it's just her finally getting a release for how unfair and terrible her life is. And it's hard. It is the most human it's the most human anyone's been in the series.
Side note, this is how I picture Fujimoto coping when he finally deals with whatever he's dealing with.
Oh no, he's just gonna burn a house down. Like, Fujimoto ain't gonna cope. No, he's not.
Over his dead body.
He's gonna blow a house up because goodbye, Eri.
Turn it into a sick ass manga.
Right?
Anyways, sorry for that aside.
But no, it's a beautiful scene. It's a touching scene. And it's kind of her. She gets along with Takopi afterwards. She kind of accepts her lot. And they just kind of start doing their thing. And the whole time they're doing their thing, she's just crying. and she's letting out years of trauma, and it's really touching, and their relationship seems really touching.
It's borderline sweet.
I thought it was very sweet even, and so that comes to a head when Takopi's like, okay, well, I've got my camera, and he's pretty much just like, I can off myself to make it work one more time, and so he does that, and so we get a happier ending than I think the show maybe should have gone for.
Right, but at the same time, I'm not mad at it.
I'm not either. I liked it. I don't love them being friends, but I don't hate it either. For me, a series like this, just like Goodbye Eri, it took me like 3 weeks before I was like, you know what? That manga was actually fucking astounding.
Yeah.
When I first read it, I was like, that was good. But the longer I sat on it, now I'm at the point that I'm like, Goodbye Eri might be better than Look Back. That's a bold statement, though.
I mean, I think it's a valid take to have.
Yeah, well, of course it's valid. I said it. Okay, but no, so for the ending, Takopi makes him go back in time, but now Mariana and Marina. Too many TikToks, bro. I don't even watch TikTok, but like there's so many TikToks or YouTube shorts where they take honestly 9 times out of 10 it's a dog shit anime and a dog shit scene that's not actually that sad, and the song Mariana doesn't make it any better. But like people really are putting that song to fucking anime, and it's dog shit, and I hate it. I hate you personally if you do that. I'm sorry. If you enjoy it, that's fine. But if you make them, you're my enemy. So Shizuka and Marina kind of remember Takopi. Like
they have glimpses of something in their head,
and so Marina's about to stab Shizuka in the eye, sees a doodle of Takopi, and she's like, what the fuck is that? It looks dumb and stupid and ugly. And that's kind of how she talks to Takopi. Yes. And then everything's fine. It's done better than that, you know.
Yeah, we're really dumbing it down.
Yeah, but it's so she sees that, and like, I think I like this a lot because there was so much projection in all of these characters and everything that happens in these characters. And I think it's important to note as people that, and we've seen this in genocides and things like that like when you take someone's humanity, brutalizing them is easy. And that is why like when you have things like genocide, that there are campaigns to do things to implant in you that these people are less than people.
Yeah.
And I feel like the second you take that away from someone, when you add that one strand,
just the barest glimpse of humanity,
that it goes away, and
or like, starts to.
And I think that's kind of what's happening here. It's just like, oh wait, it's not like, oh, we both remember this pink thing. It's just like it's Marina is just like she finally ties that human tie to it, and
all of a sudden Shizuka's a real girl.
Well, yeah, and because I feel like it's easy to look at this scene and be like, oh, this was your brutal bully, and now you guys are friends, and that's messed up. But there's so much more to it than that. I mean. Should Shizuka be friends with her? Absolutely not.
No, especially not at this point.
Well, especially not at this point. But
we don't see what occurred after.
We didn't see a lot of what occurred. So Chappie's still fine, and but drawing that tether is so powerful, I think, in general, and it can do a lot. Is Marina redeemed, and does she deserve Shizuka as a friend? I don't think so. But like as far as Marina's stark change, I think seeing humanity in someone, which Shizuka didn't have. I just think it's a really powerful thing, and I loved that part of it.
Yeah.
Which again, I feel like some folks out there will glaze over that to be like, well, why would this happen? Why? There's reasons. I mean, there's not. I can't say they're good, but like humanity is finding complex. Humanity in each other is a cool thing, and it's a theme I really like.
Yeah, and life is complex, and we don't always.
And so I think really the theme at the end of it, as much as Shawn pointed out, like, hey, if you're as useless as Takopi, off yourself, seems like a good theme to a story. I think the bigger one is that like you're not alone, and that even when life is shit, if you can just find a way to realize that you're not alone and find other people. That even terrible shit, because like Marina, they end up fast forwarding at the end. She still gets her scars. Her life is
Her life.
And I like that it's not a happy ending, because I think if they would have made it a happy-go-lucky ending, it would have kind of
wiped out everything this year.
Wiped out everything. But it's like their life still sucks. They're just not alone. And the importance of not being alone as social creatures is so huge. And I don't know, I really vibed with it. And a lot of these thoughts I'm having, I'm developing as I go right now.
I would also like to talk about Ozma a little bit, because his life does get better, because we see the conversation we see the scene where he would initially talk to Shizuka. Yes. But instead he gets into a conversation with like 4 or 5 other kids.
Because he got in a fight with his brother, which is him not being alone in the first place. Because he got instead of just like walking away from his brother every time and like putting him on this pedestal of fear or envy or anything, he's brought his brother down, and now they're just siblings. And then so he's like, I've got a PS4.
And like, you got PS4?
That's the other theme, is if you got the latest console, you'll have friends. Be rich.
Secondary theme. Women sometimes ain't worth it.
I can vouch.
His life is markedly better for not having interacted with Shizuka or Marina.
That's true. Well, we can assume
we can assume it is.
Because we don't see him in the flash forward, do we?
No, I don't think so.
But no, the series was great. And again, as I'm talking about the themes of the last episode, it's a little nonsense. There's a lot of nonsense. It's not a no-nonsense show, but it's a heavy one.
It's heavy. There's nonsense.
I
not like FLCL nonsense.
I'm going to go... not FLCL nonsense, but FLCL quality. I'm going to go with no notes. I think no notes on this one, even though they're friends at the end. I think I like it. Because again, it takes me time, but as I'm talking about, I think I like it.
Yeah, because we didn't see, like, we go from 4th grade. He likes it, Mikey. They go from like 4th grade to high school, and we don't see the journey that they go on, so they might actually be decent friends.
Well, and I get that. My bigger thing was the transition in 4th grade, like how we got over that first step. It seems like a big jump. But, like, I think their chemistry as friends is good. And, again, I think the bigger point being, like, I guess when you realize you're not alone and instead be alone together, instead of taking it out and throwing it out at the world or people who aren't at fault, how much that can do for your life. I don't know. That's kind of a big theme I got from it. And, yeah, it was really good. It was good. And I hope you guys liked it. Let us know if you disagree with us.
Man, this has been so enlightening for me that I am thinking about going back and watching it, even though I started this off by saying I'll probably never watch it again.
Yeah. The duality of man.
And I'll admit, if I watch all these 6 back to back, I still might come out the other end saying, like, I'm not going to watch that again voluntarily. I'm not going to watch it again voluntarily. Like, what movie was it? Oh. What's the one with the girl that gets beheaded?
Yeah, I was going to say, Hereditary. I stuck to that. Hereditary, I said I'd never watch again. Best movie I never want to watch again. I loved it. Toni Collette.
Stellar.
This amazing. The whole movie was great, but never again.
Yeah, Takopi's Original Sin and Hereditary might wind up being the same thing for me.
That's fair. But, like, also, just one last note, just because I can't go an episode without glazing Fujimoto. You need to watch Get Back. I know you've read it.
You mean Look Back?
Look Back. Get Back. The Get Back. Have you ever seen Get Backers?
No, I have not.
Total shonen ass. I loved it. Get Backers is so good. It's really not. It's not good at all. And they lose their way quite a bit in the series, but it's fun. You should watch it.
I did the wrong thing by bringing up Fujimoto.
You can't bring up Fujimoto. I adore him. Also, October 29th, theaters. Raise Arc. We're going to be doing episodes for Chainsaw Man coming up.
Yeah.
That was a good build-up. But that being said, like, subscribe, messages. I really want to know other people's takes. If you feel we really missed the marks with themes in this, especially with this show, I want to talk to people about it.
Or if you drew different conclusions.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like it's a heavily conclusion-based thing. I think soon I want to do Goodbye Eri, though, because that's a conclusions-only thing. That is to the reader. So I think I want to let us know if you think you'd want to see us talk about Goodbye.
Do you still have my copy of Goodbye Eri?
It's mine. Yes, I do, but I don't want to give it back.
That's fine.
All right, well, until next time, let's keep it low-key, weebs.
Bye.